Could a simple action of a Muslim put them at risk of what Allah warns could lead to hellfire? There are some of the Muslims who Allah has warned to be put in hellfire. Introduction. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Naseeha Studio. Today in this video we will be discussing about 5 types of Muslims Allah will send to hellfire. Islamic teachings help us understand what is right and wrong, showing us the path to follow for a good afterlife. It's important for everyone to be responsible for their actions, because what we do on earth decides our fate after death. This topic isn't about scaring people. Instead, it's to make us think about our daily choices and actions. By learning about the serious consequences of bad actions and how Islam teaches us to correct our ways, this discussion helps guide people towards living a life filled with faith, good deeds, and hope for Allah's mercy. It's a chance for everyone to look inside themselves and make sure they are living in a way that will lead them to a better afterlife. Now, let us talk about those 5 unfortunate Muslims, despite of being Muslims, will be sent to hellfire by Allah. Number 1. The neglectors of prayer, Salah. In Islam, praying, Salah, is much more than a set of rituals. It's a key way for Muslims to show their dedication to Allah. It's central to their faith, acting as a personal connection to God 5 times a day. Through prayer, Muslims follow God's commands, look for direction, and find comfort in thinking of Allah. Ignoring prayer is a serious issue, suggesting a person's faith is weakening and they're losing their spiritual connection. Prayer is so important that it's the first thing Muslims will be asked about after they die, highlighting its crucial role. Skipping it is like cutting off the spiritual support that keeps the soul alive, leading to forgetfulness and a spiritual backslide. The Prophet Muhammad said prayer is the foundation of religion, and leaving it is a step towards disbelief. Neglecting prayer can happen in different ways, such as not praying at all or praying inconsistently. This neglect can come from being too focused on daily life, not feeling motivated, or not really understanding how important prayer is. This doesn't just affect the afterlife, it can make someone feel empty and disconnected from the Muslim community here and now. In the afterlife, the consequences are even more severe, with punishments mentioned in Islamic teachings. Prayer helps clean the heart, teaches discipline, and keeps Muslims aware of Allah all the time. It prevents bad actions and thoughts, and gives regular chances to ask for forgiveness and reflect. Islamic texts encourage keeping up with prayer for all these reasons. Number 2, the arrogant. In Islam, being arrogant, or Kaba in Arabic, is seen as one of the dangerous qualities that can harm one's faith and lead to spiritual trouble. Arrogance is not just thinking too highly of oneself, but also looking down on others and ignoring the truth. Islamic teachings, including the Qur'an and Hadith, strongly warn against being arrogant because it can make Allah unhappy and lead to punishment. Being arrogant goes against Islam's important value of being humble before Allah. When someone becomes arrogant, they start to think they're better than others, which can make them reject truths from those they see as lower. This is against the idea that all people are equal in Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, even said that a person with a tiny bit of arrogance won't enter paradise. There are stories in Islamic history about the negative effects of arrogance. For example, Satan, Iblis, was punished forever because he refused to bow to Adam, thinking he was better because he was made from fire, not clay. This story shows how bad arrogance can be. Arrogance can push people away from Allah and cause problems in the community by making people focus on others' faults instead of their own. The Quran tells us that being pious and righteous is what truly makes someone great, not thinking you're better than others. To overcome arrogance, it's important to look inside ourselves and work on being more humble. Remembering that everyone depends on Allah's mercy can help break down arrogance. Helping others, being open to learning, thinking about our own flaws, and reflecting on the greatness of Allah's creation can also make us more humble. Fighting arrogance is an inner battle to choose following Allah and living together in harmony, over thinking we're more important than we are. By working on getting rid of arrogance, we come closer to living a good life, avoiding punishment, and enjoying a spiritually richer life with Allah's blessing. Number 3, the betrayer of trust. In Islam, trust is a big deal. It's not just a good quality to have, it's a core part of being a good person and creating a strong community. Breaking trust is seen as a serious wrong, damaging relationships, peace in society, and your connection with Allah. The Quran and Hadith, important Islamic texts, make it clear that breaking trust is a path to Allah's disappointment and could lead to severe punishment. Trust covers everything from keeping promises in personal and business relationships to following community rules and being faithful to Allah by doing religious duties and living up to moral standards. When someone breaks trust, like lying, not keeping a promise, or ignoring their religious duties, it hurts everyone by creating conflict, unfairness, and moral problems. Islam warns that these actions are signs of hypocrisy and lead to serious consequences. The story of Prophet Joseph in the Qur'an, is a great example of how sticking to trust, even when things get tough, is rewarded both in life and after. He stayed honest and faithful through false accusations and jail, and he ended up in a powerful position in Egypt. Prophet Muhammad taught that you should always return trust to the person who gave it to you and not to betray someone even if they betray you. This shows how important being trustworthy is, no matter what. If trust is broken, Islam guides people to make it right by asking for forgiveness from Allah and those hurt and fixing the damage done. Fixing broken trust is hard, but it's a way to get back on track with Allah and mend relationships with others. Breaking trust is a serious warning sign in Islam, urging everyone to live honestly, with integrity, and keep their promises. This way, individuals protect their future and help make the world a fairer, more caring place, according to Islamic vision. Number 4. The spreaders of falsehood. In Islam, lying and spreading false information is seen as a very bad thing, showing a lack of moral and spiritual values. It can harm society and people's trust in each other. Being truthful is very important in Islam, as it's the base of a good relationship with God, other people, and oneself. Lies can destroy trust, lead to unfairness, and cause problems, with serious consequences now and after death. The Qur'an and Hadith, Islamic teachings, clearly say that lying and deceit are wrong, and warn that those who make up lies will face severe punishment in the afterlife. Islam values honesty highly, and being honest can lead a person to be good and eventually to paradise, while lying can lead to doing bad things and ending up in hell. Even before he became a prophet, Muhammad was known for being very honest, which helped spread Islam because even those who didn't agree with him knew he was trustworthy. Telling lies can also mess up justice, especially in legal situations where it might lead to punishing the wrong person or letting the guilty go free, which goes against Islamic values of fairness. To avoid lying, Muslims are encouraged to always be sincere and honest, and to think about the effects of their words. Saying sorry for lies in the past and trying to fix those mistakes are important steps to getting back on the right path. Overall, Islam teaches that being honest is crucial for a person's soul and for creating a fair and peaceful society, guiding believers towards a better future and saving them from the consequences of lying. Number 5. The withholders of zakat, charity. Zakat, or giving to charity, is a key part of Islam that shows kindness, helps the community, and cleanses a person's soul by removing selfishness and greed. Not giving zakat is seen as a big mistake in Islam because it shows too much love for money over responsibilities to God and others. This mistake can lead to serious problems after death. Zakat is meant to spread wealth around, helping those in need and bringing people closer together. The Quran talks a lot about zakat, showing it's as important as prayer. Ignoring zakat is like ignoring a basic rule of Islam, which can make a person spiritually weak and distant from God. Not giving zakat can also hurt society by making the rich richer and the poor poorer, leading to unhappiness and trouble. Islam teaches that being too attached to money can make you forget about others' rights over your wealth. There's even a warning that those who keep their wealth without giving zakat might face punishment with their wealth turning against them after they die. Giving zakat is also about cleaning your wealth, showing that everything we have is from God and should be used as He wants. It's a way to thank God, follow His will, and care for others. If someone hasn't given zakat, they should say sorry to God, figure out how much they owe, and give it to the right people as soon as possible. This can fix the mistake and bring back a sense of generosity and care for others. Zakat shows a heart too caught up in this world's wealth, forgetting about life after death. Islam teaches that zakat frees a person from this trap, leading them to a good life that helps build a fair and caring society under God's care. By doing zakat, Muslims can make their wealth and souls pure, helping to create a better world for everyone. If someone has stopped praying, getting back to it starts with truly wanting to change and asking for Allah's forgiveness. Returning to prayer takes patience and effort, but is worth it for reconnecting with Allah. Being part of the Muslim community, learning more about the value of prayer, and setting a regular prayer schedule can help make prayer a key part of life again. To sum up, not praying is a big deal in Islam, showing a gap between a person and God. But Allah's forgiveness is always open to those who come back to prayer, helping strengthen their faith, improve their lives, and guide them correctly. Making prayer a daily habit is essential for staying on the right path. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you got to know something new in our today's video, please don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel for more informative and inspiring videos about Islam. Your support helps us bring more content like this to you. May Allah bless you and your family with peace, happiness, and prosperity.